philanthropic community has long been aware that in order to achieve their philanthropic mission, be it to advance democracy, to support human rights, certainly to fight for social justice and end poverty, that the legal space is one in which that has traditionally been a very advantageous battleground for social justice and public interest. But as we can see from a few headlines across the board, we have a shortage of attorneys. An article from the ABA Journal, talks about in rural America there aren't opportunities and there's a need for lawyers. From The Guardian, years of drastic budget cuts have created a bottomless caseload for public defenders. From 2008, second chance for black farmers. After decades of discrimination, black farmers are struggling for justice because in rural communities especially, there are not enough attorneys. And so at the same time that we're experiencing this shortage of attorneys, there's actually a surplus of law students graduating who don't go on to practice. Estimates have about 40 to 42% of new law school graduates who don't practice. Now, why don't they practice? The two primary reasons are, one, there are not enough institutional jobs to absorb everyone in that all of the people coming out of law school. And the second reason is, even within those institutions, they don't allow for the type of flexibility that some attorneys may need for family considerations, or some people, millennials in particular, they may just want a more flexible work schedule. And so what we have realized is there is an opportunity to merge these two things by creating a scalable model that provides training, that provides resources, including stipends, to assist young lawyers, new lawyers with becoming solo practitioners. What we will discuss today is we will have experts coming in, sharing with us different law firm models that might be suitable for this type of scaling, and also the role that law schools could play in providing training for lawyers to be able to hit the ground running. Another last component of this, David talked about diversity, and diversity within the legal profession is a huge issue right now. The percentage of attorneys coming out who do not practice, those attorneys are disproportionately Black and Hispanic attorneys. At the same time, we know that particularly in the criminal justice system, the clients are disproportionately Black and Hispanic. And we also know from research that Black and Hispanic clients have better outcomes when they have representation that is culturally sensitive, specifically when they have representation from someone from their same community. And so right now, you see with this chart, there are 282 white people for every white attorney, but that number is nearly triple for the Black community. And to see how this can play out, after Michael Brown was killed in Ferguson, Missouri, there was an outcry for the sort of debtor's prison that was happening in their court system with the fines and fees for citizens in that community. And one of the problems that we realized was that in Ferguson, Missouri, there were only 4 attorneys in a community of 14,000 people, and none of those attorneys was Black. And I have to believe that had something to do with how pervasive and predatory that system was towards the Black community there. So again, we have a full day ahead, and we have experts who are going to talk about all of the different facets. We are going to begin this morning with Judge George Hazel, who is going to share his perspective for what is needed from the perspective of both his previous life as a prosecutor and now what he sees in the judicial system as a judge. Thank you.
All right. All right. Good morning. Good morning. First, let me just say what an honor and a privilege it is to be here before all of you today.